Hello, and welcome back to Farming Simulator 15 with your host, Hardtruck1. Hello! Okay, so, between episodes, hello, hi, how you doing? Nice to see you all. Okay, so between episodes, I finished Field 1. We got some stuff to, we got some stuff to check out around the farm first, before we go up and continue with, the grass fields. So one of the things we need to check out is we need to make sure that these guys still have plenty of manure and water so that they will continue to grow and make us a little bit of cash and everything. And I don't know why my computer's jumping. I start recording, my computer starts jumping. I have no idea why. Okay, so we're going to hit the old info, step off of the front. Manure's at 43... Water is at 68, so it kind of looks like we're okay with, we're okay for a little while anyway. Before we definitely advance to the next day, we'll have to refill these. Which fortunately, we do have the ability to do. So, all right, so with these being okay, we need to jump to our tractor. Alright, and we need to go pick up a couple of the, some of the equipment, which I need to rent right now. So we need a teeterer. We'll get the big teeterer, we'll rent it, we'll not buy it. Okay. We'll go forward to the windrowers. Now we tried the crone the last time. The crone was too big, so we got to go back to however you pronounce this one. Rent it. Okay. And then we need to, not a foliage wagon, we need to rent the big baler. There we go. Alright, we already have a trailer, so we don't have to worry about trailers. Alright, but we need all this equipment to continue doing our grass. So let's go grab the... We have to grab the teeter... Whoa! Hey! How you doing? Excuse me, Bale. After we get all the grass done and baled up and everything, we'll go ahead and start. Start moving hay, because that's why we bought the big tractor so that we could do the hay and stuff. And the semi. The flatbed trailer, let me put it that way. I will, in a few minutes, before we end this episode, that tree limb that I caught this tractor on will be gone. I don't care, it will be gone. Alright. You know what? I bought this all in the wrong sequence. I should have bought the baler first, then the rake, then the teeter. Because now, to get the teeter out, I'm actually going to have to back up here. And then actually, I guess we'll go this way. We'll pull over here. Oop. Get caught on these fake cultivators. Sneak through there, and then out we go. There we go. Alright, and the reason why the tractor's driving very fast is because I'm limiting it to a few miles an hour, because you get going too fast, or if I get going too fast, then the computer lags a little bit, and then I can't figure out where I'm at and everything and all this other stuff. And what I mean by lag, and I guess I haven't explained this in too great a detail beforehand. You stupid van. is I own a. I'll just go ahead and say it. I own a HP Pavilion DV5. And for those of you that don't know, the models or anything of a computer, let me just put it in perspective this way. This computer is 10 and a half years old. This thing's actually almost 11 years old as it stands. So I am trying to play video games and stuff on a computer that wasn't built for, that really technically was not built for gaming. It was actually kind of like a it's kind of like a business computer, I want to say. You know, you do like documents, wordplay, WordPad, notebook stuff on it. You know, you could throw in some Adobe stuff and everything like that. That's originally what this computer was designed for. Now, the reason why, now, I don't use it for that. I don't use it for that. This, as I say, after a while, this is my dad's computer, and he had just bought it for, around about that time, or actually a few years after that, my computer actually died on me. It was nowhere near a gaming computer too, but my computer died on me. So I asked my dad if I could use his, and he said sure, because they wasn't using it quite that much at the start, or they wasn't using it quite that much at all. So I ended up with his computer and everything. Well, truth be known, like I said, this computer does not do games. But at the time, the games for, that era, that year, were actually not that hard. Games like, well, I really don't know of any games there, because there was an assortment of games that I was playing without even doing anything. Mainly I was watching, mainly I used my older computer to watch YouTube videos and stuff like that on. Wasn't necessarily a heavy duty gamer for a while. But don't get me wrong, I did actually play games on my older computer. I just not games, not these type of games. Anyway, but now that I'm actually trying to, kind of get into, kind of doing YouTube and everything, and, plus I'd like to take and play some other games that I do actually own, but I don't have the ability to play at the moment. So that's the thing. But I would love to take and play more, because I have, well, let me just tell you the games that I have. I have like GTA 5. I do have GTA 5, and I would love to play GTA 5, but this computer just does not have the power, nor the graphics capabilities to run GTA 5. So, and then I have like games like American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator 2 that, yes, I can play them, but they're really not very good recorded on this computer. So, but that's nothing that you guys have to concern about. I do have some things in the works, maybe, to be able to get the type of computer that I would love to have, to be able to play some of those games and be able to record them and show you them, even though they are old games. And it's very hard to get into a world that's already with the next new game coming out. Everybody wants to they want to see that game compared to a 4 to 5 year old game. I mean, and it's like, and yeah, I might as well say that, because I think isn't GTA 5 actually coming up on like its 3rd or 4th year of being out? Has GTA 5 really been out that long already? Oh, excuse me if my voice got really high there. I tend to do that when thinking. I mean, seriously, if you think about it, that's actually a long time for any single game to really be out. But anyway, back to the PC, to my computer. So it's just an old game. It's an old computer. It doesn't necessarily do gaming very well, especially some of the newer stuff. Especially if it's really graphics intense. This computer wants no part of it. Even though I tend to make it, or try to make it, play those games, it pretty much tells me, nope, you cannot play this game. So anyway, so that's the gist of the computer. So I think where we're gonna go. So where I'm going to let me talk about my channel, I guess, a little bit, since I don't necessarily do that. So as long as I have a computer and as long as I can, I will tend to play as many games as I possibly can. Just bear in mind, it's going to be some of the older a lot of the older games, because games has already been really ragged on and everything. And those games are going to be like Unturned, maybe Unturned. This is not going to be a definite thing. Unturned is one of those that really does not play nice with my computer with recording software. But you may see some Unturned games. You'll definitely see a lot of Farming Simulator 15, maybe Farming Simulator 17. After a while, I don't know how long it'll be. I don't know how long it'll be before I get Farming Simulator 17. Hopefully, I kind of hope pretty soon. Pretty soon with it. Factorio is definitely going to be a game where it's going to stick around forever, probably, because I just looked like last night, or yeah, not tonight, but the night before, or last night. I looked, and I have over 300 hours, and I know this is, you know, I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, well, I have 500 hours, or I have 600 hours, or so. But I just looked, I have 300 hours total, over 300 hours total in Factorio. My only other game that really absolutely comes close to me actually having that many hours in it, and that is the older version of Farming Simulator. Farming Simulator 13, I have 311 hours into. This is not working for me to get out of here. I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and scrape the paint on the baler. Or on my tractor. Oh, come on, shift gears. Right, turn. That's a wall. Alright, we got her. Alright. So, yeah. So, I was just kind of amazed with the amount of time I've been putting in on Factorio, and even in Factorio Season 2, before I had to end it because of the ore thing. Oh, you... Fine, I'll back up. You... Really? Really? You're going to bump right into me and not let me have an inch of room? I'm definitely turning AI traffic off on this map. I mean, I just... It is annoying as annoying can be. So anyway, so yeah, as far as video games go, I'm going to keep doing what I have. Like I said, hopefully maybe in the I can't take and say the near future, but hopefully within a little time, I will have the ability to get a better computer, which will up the video quality, which will also up the amount of games I will probably do. If I can get a new computer, I will probably start thinking about doing a schedule for the games, because like I said, I have quite a few games that I would love to take and play, would love to take and show you my experience in them. So I'd probably have, to start with, it'd probably be like a chaotic schedule. Really chaotic schedule, but I would love to take and try to get a schedule in place to do them. One of them would definitely be, like I said, Grand Theft Auto 5. Probably what I would do with it is, I know Grand Theft Auto 5 also introduces the Grand Theft Auto online, but I would go ahead and probably play through the storyline and through all of the side quests, and probably do all of the side quests as I go. And everything, and then we would probably switch over to the then we would switch over to Grand Theft Auto Online. But that's going to be really, 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 really far down there. before I'm able to do anything with the with Grand Theft Auto 5 and them. Because there's another really cool game that I would love to take and play, but like I said, I don't have the computer capacity, and that is Ark Survival, or Ark, whatever it is, Ark something. But Ark is the one where you are teleported to, like, I guess, an alien planet, and you're given the task to survive among the dinosaurs. I've never played the game. I can't play the game personally, but I have seen a lot of other people play the game, and let me tell you what, I love that style of game. Now, I don't like the grindiness of it. I mean, it kind of seems like in order for you to get any type of levels in it, you almost have to pretty much play the game 24/7. And who in the world can do that? Nobody really can take and, just sit down and go, "Oh, I'm going to play Ark for 24 hours so that I can get my levels and all this and all that." So we'll definitely do some adjusting of experience points and taming times and stuff like that, and I'll probably do a lot of that either off camera or on a stream, maybe. But so anyway, so that's gonna be a while off. So anyway, so back to this game. So after we get all this raked up, we'll get her baled up, and then we'll probably get it all stacked. We'll get it all stacked, and I might start. Whoop! I kind of lifted that up too soon. Thought I was going to get to the end quicker than that. Like that. There we go. Turn my tractor. There we go. Should swing okay. Have to kind of pick up the little outside a little bit. But anyway, we'll get the we'll get this all baled up. We'll get it all stacked up, and then I'll start planting. I won't plant all of the fields with you on all of you. I'll plant probably the first field, and actually maybe the next episode might actually be us actually doing some planting, because it's been a while since we actually planted a field together. Yeah, it's been quite a while since we actually planted some fields together, so we'll plant and fertilize the fields, and then we'll run time forward and everything. I think the next thing we need to do, actually we need to get some more barley going, because we just emptied all of our barley into the buying place. Everything. Go. So we'll get our barley back going, and like I said, it doesn't hurt to have like 100, 100 something liters, or maybe even 150 liters of the different fruits, so that way, like I said, when here, when the barley when the barley does take and come up, you know, when the barley does come up, you know, we have that ability to take and take advantage of that. Because like I said, since we're not, our animals are not completely you know, we're not self-sustaining on our animals quite yet. We'll have to definitely have to have some supplements like you know, the greenhouses. You know what? I don't think I'm going to be able to make this turn. Oh no, we're good. We're good. So we'll get there eventually. We'll get to a point where, you know, we'll start getting, you know, a couple 100,000 liters of milk a day, and we'll be able to, you know, make several hundred trips to there. But that's going to be quite a ways down the way. We're going to need, you know, a couple thousand head of cows. And everything. And the wood venture will, and like I said, the reason why I'm not purchasing cows with this is because even though the man said that we didn't have to return the money, I still feel obligated to return the to repay the loan, basically. So, all right, let's grab the baler. Go get that baled up real quick. Shouldn't take too long with this baler. As long as our tractor can run it. I'm hoping our tractor can pull this big old machine. Oop, sorry, and that was actually my fault. I did not move far enough over so that they can go around that corner easily. I guess the tires are actually spinning correctly. It's just maybe the tires are in that speed zone where they jump. It looks like they're jumping, but they're really not. Actually, they're just actually spinning. So, as you can see, we got hay all over the place. That's why we bought that nice nice trailer, and the semi to go with it, so that way we can just pick up all the hay and take it to the sale yard. I noticed the trees are a little jittery and stuff, or make the game a little jittery. All right, so let's unfold the baler, crank it up. See if our tractor will even move. Ah, it moves. Hey. Now whether it continues to pull up the hill is going to be another story. Looks good, actually. It looks real good. Doing about 7 miles an hour, which is probably about the appropriate speed. I'm going to turn that down just a little. Maybe not quite that low. That way we can keep about that regular speed. 8 or 9 kilometers an hour. That'll do. That'll do. It might be a teeny weeny bit slow, but I'm sorry, but I've never seen a tractor do 21 kilometers an hour, or that's like 10 miles an hour. I've never seen a tractor actually bail at 10 miles an hour. That's actually even that's actually way too fast, actually. That's better. 10 kilometers. That's about 6 miles an hour. Or anyway, whatever 16, 18 kilometers is, that to me kind of seems like that's kind of pushing it. Because like I said, I've never seen, this is probably about the quickest I've seen a big baler like this Dale. And maybe I might have just had a glimpse of a round baler. That might have been a little quicker than this. But that's just very, very, very not really actually much quicker than this, really. See, I'm gonna try to make this turn. Okay, and I'll just zip around. Yeah, okay. Oh, right, that's the one that got hidden underneath the that's the one that got hidden underneath the chipper. Actually, I don't know. This may actually be, you know, putting up the hay or getting rid of the hay, maybe, or dealing with the hay. Let's put it that way. May be about the only thing that we might. Well, I don't know. It depends. It depends on what the time is when I get to the end of this field. I won't check the end. I won't check the I'm not going to check the time until we actually get to the end of this field, because I would like to. I know I'm kind of been all over the place, but I kind of like to do a video of something here, a video of something there, you know, just to make it an easy process, or just to make a kind of a might be a boring thing, but might I don't have a clue what I'm trying to say. I feel obligated. No, I don't feel obligated, but I feel like I, you know, kind of mix up the industries as we go. You know, we do. The last featured episode is we did a lot of baling of, or no, we did a lot of the combining. Didn't show very much of the baling. This one I'm going to probably show a bit of the baling, a lot of the baling. Well, anyway, baling of grass. Show you a little bit of the stacking, or show you the stacking, which is actually fairly quick, except for the grass. We have to we'll have to stack the grass underneath the thing, which I can do later off camera. And then we'll get prepped for planting. And then next episode I'll probably do a lot of planting. Next episode we'll probably do a lot of random stuff while we'll wait for the crops to grow. You know, such and such and so on. And yes, I know that gets kind of annoying and boring. You know, as we go, but that's kind of what that's kind of like what the life of a farmer is, you know, year in, year out. It's kind of the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. The only downfall is in real life, when you try to get ahead, sometimes it doesn't pan out. And wow, this tractor's sliding sideways. It's not necessarily turning. It was sliding sideways coming around that hill. There we go. We got all that little bit. We'll be able to go down this one. I don't know if you can hear the snoring in the background, but that's my cat. I can barely hear her, so you guys might not be able to hear her because of the noise thing, the little whatever it is thing that's on the mic. Keep noise down. So, yeah, so and you know, if I had the ability to actually edit the videos, I probably might not really actually probably would not edit the videos too much, because I like the rawness of showing you the video game. It's like, you know, this is pretty much what you would do. I mean, for an hour sitting here playing a game, this is what you do. I mean, you mow the field, you teeter the field, well, let's just put it this way. This is a lot of people show the end product in videos. They don't necessarily show you the entire process. It's like, oh, we're gonna start mowing, and then 2 minutes later, when they go, okay, this is gonna take forever, so I'll be right back, and in an instant they come back and voila, there's bales on the field, or there's a truckload of grain, or, you know, stuff like that. Well, this is the process between all of that. So this is pretty much what it is between all of that. It's a lot of driving very slowly, driving around in circles, baling, teetering, raking, mowing, combining, planting, etc., 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 etc. And this is actually kind of what I think, you know, needs to be shown, but a lot of people will, you know, reduce, you know, for length's sake, and, you know, everything, they'll edit it down to where, you know, in the span of a 30-minute episode or even a 20-minute episode. You have bales, you have grass, or you have bales that are ready to be fed to cows, you have grain that is ready to go to market, and whatever else they want to take and show. To me, it's like, okay, that's great and all, but that's not exactly, you know, the full gist of what a farmer goes through. And even at that, and then not only that, but now you go down to, now you take it even further down to Giant. Giant has done a remarkable job on farming sim. I have to tell you, you know, they have done a remarkable job on farming sim. However, what they have done is not completely correct. A lot of farmers don't have this large equipment like this to be able to run much you know, a lot. And everything. Plus, soil prep is not quite as Jim Dandy as they do it. Well, I have heard in 2017 it's completely changed to a point now they have kind of a fertilizing system in that makes it a little bit more in depth, which is okay, but a real farmer does not use that much fertilizer. I mean, they want you to fertilize it every growth stage. For a farmer, that's kind of not an option. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, okay, you take 10 acres of... You take a 10-acre field, okay? I don't know what that is in hectares or whatever this is, whatever farm sim uses. But you take a 10-acre field, and you go, okay, I'm going to put fertilizer on this field to kind of increase my crop yield. So, I think, really truthfully, when you think about it, when you take a field that size, and let me just reminisce on this for a second. When you take a field that is that size, okay, I'll use the in-game, one of these in-game fields. Let's take field 25, because field 25 is kind of like a 10-acre. Well, no, that might actually be larger. No, let's take field 22, the one down there by the biogas plant. Okay. If that was a 10-acre field, to fertilize that field would not cost you about $1,500 to $2,500 in this game. That would probably cost you over $7,500 to fertilize. Now you take Farming Simulator 15's fertilizing mechanics, okay? That field, because it has a 4-stage growth process, that field right there would cost you $75 $150, $225, $4,000. No. 75. Somehow that's coming out to $40,000, and I don't think that's correct. $30,000. There we go. I was off by 10. So that field would already cost you $30,000. Okay? That field right there, there's an equivalent field. Field 5 kind of comes close to the same size as 22. A single one fertilized once on this field only netted me probably about 15,000 in grain. So you times that by $1,000, that only gave me like, and I think it gave me a little bit more than that. I think it gave me probably, I'm gonna say about $18,000 to $19,000 when I dumped on another playthrough. That only gave me like $18,000 to $19,000 off of there. So what did we spend? We spent $40,000 on field 22, and we only netted less than $20,000 back. So you're losing $10,000 every time. So, yes, Giant, thank you for trying to be innovative. Whatever the word is for helpful, smart, something, whatever it is. But your method of trying to make the game, your method of doing that doesn't really hold water. So, I'm sorry to take and say that, but yeah, your method for that doesn't hold water. So, all right, we're gonna go get this tractor set up real quickly to do seeding. I'm going to check the recording right now just to kind of see, you know, just exactly how long I've actually been recording. I think it's been quite a long time. If it has been that long, I will go ahead. Oh, first things first, before we even move from here. Tree, say goodbye to your stupid limb. Thank you. I'll just leave it there for right now. I'll come back with the other tractor and move it to a safer place. There we go. We don't have to. Whoop! Ran over the bale. There we go. I don't have to worry about running into that dang limb all the time now. Alright. Oh, wait. So, we're going to take this guy, park him right here. Because as I mentioned in the last episode, I might try an in-game tractor. I think I'm going to. Because I'm still trying to figure out whether the seeder that we got, which is a modded seeder, can be used with these smaller tractors. I'm thinking that's 1,000 an hour. This is 800. Let's try this T8 because the T8 the T8 435 isn't really much bigger in size wise than the T8 320. So we're gonna rent this Jewel. We're going to rent this guy and see if it's a size difference that needs. Or if it still dances, makes the tractor dance. Or if it still makes the tractor dance. And that's the thing. I think I'll go ahead and I'll just put the front weight on this thing just because I'm actually sure that this tractor's probably... Ooh, go around the tree. I'm actually pretty sure that this tractor's probably hefty enough that I shouldn't need the front weight, but we'll go ahead and put the front weight on anyway. I think at one point in time I'm gonna make it. I might start up another a series on another map if I can find another map that's as good as this one. We'll sell all of the equipment. We'll sell all of the equipment, and we'll just run the entire farm on nothing but rented vehicles. We'll rent the vehicles when we need them, and then we'll return them when we don't. So, but right now, we're going to go hop in this guy. Oh, let me check the recording. We're good for about another 5 minutes. It's pushing an hour, but I think we're good. I want to get the hay off the fields with you guys. We'll drop. Oh, that's not the button to drop. That's the button to change. We'll drop that trailer. Come over here and grab this trailer. We'll just spin her into gear. And like I said before, this trailer has a little bit of a bug in it. I hate this. I think either my keyboard is dying from batteries. I need to get some new batteries for it, or my keyboard is actually dying because I've noticed that there's been a few buttons that no matter what I do just will not activate. Will not activate when I touch them. Alright, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do the round bales. Let's see. Bales normal 60. Yeah, these should be these ones, right? No. Don't hit the... Okay, over here. No, that's the wrong one. No, we'll do them back. Automatic. Round. There we go. Oh. Differential lock. Wrong differential lock. Wrong differential lock. There we go. As much as I can, I'm turning all of those off to make it in such a way that, you know, I don't have to worry about them. Now this may be a little quick, but I don't want to. I'm not gonna bother myself with trying to adjust the throttle on this one. I'll just go ahead and pick up all the. I'll just go ahead and pick it all up this quick. Ooh, look down a little bit. Keep that lag spike from happening. Brakes. Oh, and that's another aspect of this game that I really wish Giant would put just a tiny bit more authenticness into, and that's the brakes. That's the brakes on this game. I mean, the brakes are absolutely weird. So, and what I'm talking about weird is, whoops, ran into there. All right. And what I mean by brakes is, there's a kind of a weird, or in the folly of these things, of the brakes on this game, there's two things that I would love to see. One, I would love to see like two-wheel drive vehicles that have 4-disc brakes and stuff, like this truck. When you actually like hit the brakes, I would like to see, you know, every once in a while the front brakes kind of slide. You know, kind of indicating, you know, like you know, maybe the guy put, you know, just a tad too much English on the brake, so it started sliding. Another thing is I would love to see an implementing of brake wear. You know, as you go along, you know, the brakes tend to, you know, start fading a little bit more. There's a bale over there in the trees. How'd I miss that? But anyway, that would be kind of a cool thing to have actually implemented. Alright, diff lock. It's not the right one. Not the right one. There we go. Alright, so we'll go up to field 1, and then we'll be done with these guys. We'll haul them over. We don't need any of these, so we'll haul them over, and we're going to just haul them over and sell them. This whole load of straw will just be sold, because we do not need any more straw bales. And that's, quite frankly, the only reason why we have the straw bales here is to, or these straw bales, their only purpose is basically to get sold on that bales over there. We'll just pull up here and snatch that one bale, and we'll just back out and turn off the trailer now. There we go. Alright, we're headed off to sell these out. Hopefully make a ton of cash selling them. Anyway, so yeah, I would love to see, there's a lot of aspects, there's a lot of aspects that would really make the game more enjoyable. And I don't see why, and like I said, I don't see why Giant couldn't implement some of them because, like I said, a lot of other games already have the stuff that I've mentioned in it. You know, would it make the game probably a little bit heavier on computers? Yes, it probably would. But I mean, wouldn't... Now, like, me, and I'm saying this in such a way that it's like, well, like me, I kind of don't count myself as, I kind of don't count myself as the person that's going to consume this, because to make all the stuff I'm saying, I mean, you definitely have to have a lot stronger. You'd have to have a lot stronger computer than what I have. Really? Really? Darn it, gotta engage all the diff locks to make it work. Okay, that's a fake one. I know this one's a real one now. Well, you know when I get sold, dude. Here I am playing with this one. You know what? I think I need to go drop the trailer off real quick, because I'm going to get myself stuck in here. Alright, so let's drop the flatbed off right here. Let's go deal with that one that does not want to get sold. I don't know why. Oh, come on, I wasn't even close to that. And yes, everyone, this is pretty realistic. No, it's not. No, truthfully, what I would do is I'd actually go get, like, a skid steer or something like that. That one bale just does not... Oh, that's real. Nobody look, this is actually all fake. I did not know that. I think the bale's gotta be... You know, I think there's something wrong with this bale. Nope, there it goes. So we made about 10 grand. We made about 10 grand with the bales. That's not bad. Alright, now let's go get the grass bales, and that'll probably do it for this episode. I'll probably put the grass bales up myself. And then in the next episode, we'll actually grab the seeder, and we'll start seeding the fields. Okay, that was kind of interesting. I was expecting to go sailing. That would have been really interesting. Those do work. Okay. Well, we don't have anything on this truck that we need those for. All right. Oh, actually, you know what? I went completely the wrong way. I should have turned right up here. This truck is really... I think it's because of the short wheelbase, but this thing turns like there's no tomorrow. Alright, so let's go ahead and switch this back. That's the wrong one. we'll switch this back to normal. We'll hit the start button. And we'll go ahead and start loading the grass bales. Kind of run around, kind of go the actual, kind of like around the edge style first. Actually, tell you the truth, with this style of trailer, you'd actually have like you'd have like a bobcat with the bale forks, so you'd have a tractor with the bale forks out here picking up all this. I think that was it. Let me take a look, because I think the bale draw distance is a lot further than the actual draw distance. Alright, looks good. Shut that off. So next time we'll start seeding. Like I said, we'll try the seeder with the big tractor. I'm guessing that that's going to actually work. That might actually work better. Which in that case, if it is, I might just have to take and go ahead and purchase either that tractor or the next tractor up, which I know I said I wasn't going to do, but it would make more sense to have that one. Oh, well, I just broke my own rule. I don't know, can I tab out? Dang it. Alright folks, well that's going to be it. I'm sorry, I can't move my camera. I made the mistake of trying to get out of the truck before I unhooked it. I should have unhooked it right away, but anyway. So anyway, with that little mishap, I'm going to call it an episode, so I hope you enjoyed. Next time we will start some seeding. I'll put all this away off camera and everything. But until then, I'm Hardtruck1. This is Farming Simulator 15, and I'll see you in the next episode. Laters.